Suicide Squad number 0, written by Adam Glass, art by Fernando Dagnino. This is Amanda Waller's origin story of how she came about making the Suicide Squad, because she's already existed long before it in this continuity. So we open up in Malaysia. Some army folks are coming into a bar, and they come across Amanda, who's playing a pinball machine. They say, "Hey, we need you back in the fold." And she's like, "After Team 7, I'm retired." And they're like, "Team 7? Ah, shit." And they start a fight because Team 7 means something, I guess. So then we see Amanda. She turns and faces one of the other guys there, and it's a apparent friend that she had named Durin, who she thought was dead. And so they pat each other on the back, have some drinks, catch up with each other. And Amanda basically says, "Yep, nope, I'm out of the game. I'm gone, and I could tell you want some help, so I'm just going to leave before that happens. Bye." And as she tries to leave, he says the name Regulus, who's, of course, the leader of Basilisk, and she's like, "All right, fine, let's walk and talk." So they go out on the streets, and they talk for a while, and Durin tells her that Regulus has a weapon of mass destruction, and they're going to detonate it somewhere in this town in 24 hours. And that's all they got. So they got to find, the only lead that they have is this guy named Pete Wu, who regularly makes deliveries for Basilisk. So 1 hour later, they got eyes on Pete Wu. They make their way towards him. He manages to see that they're there, and the building that he's going into, he runs in and gives a little bit of warning before they can get in there. They bust in. Place seems to be abandoned, but they do manage to catch Pete. And Amanda does some advanced interrogation on him, and I'm pretty sure slices one of his balls off. I just genuinely, it says, her exact words are, "Lucky they come in pairs, Pete. Now tell me what I want to know." So anyway, he spits up a flash drive, literally comes out of his mouth. They put it in the computer and discover, yep, there's some sort of bomb design on here. But it turns out it's not like a regular bomb. It's a meta bomb that's going to be doing something spicy because, Basilisk's whole thing is meta-humans. So they set fire to the building, make sure there's no evidence, and then make their way out because they realize that for this thing to go off, Regulus is going to have to be nearby, and he's going to want to watch the fireworks. So Amanda goes off to find Regulus. The rest of them stay around town trying to figure out where the bomb is. And immediately they come, they say goodbye on this bridge, and then immediately are like, "Hey, what if it's under this bridge?" Which it is. But I don't know how they get to it. But regardless, they start diving down for that. Meanwhile, Amanda makes her way up to a nearby mountaintop. She sees a helicopter there, unloads on it, takes it down, explodes in a giant fireball. And then Regulus is right behind Amanda going "Hey, that was my chef. Why'd you kill my chef?" And so Amanda, she's got a gun trained on Regulus, and he's like, "Oh, that's not going to work. Also, you unloaded your entire clip into that helicopter, let's be honest." So he just smacks her, knocks her out a little bit, and I guess paralyzes her, so she can't really put up much of a fight. But I don't know why, but she's immediately, it literally says, "What did you just do to me?" And then he says, "I too have changed." And then he reaches out a hand, and then she just headsbutts him and get ready to fight some more. So fight continues on, and Regulus monologues and says his whole plan was "Hey, this meta bomb. A lot of people have the meta gene. I want metahumans that I'm trying to recruit, but it's taken too long to recruit the ones who are already metahumans. So I'm just going to set off this bomb, and it's going to make metahumans, and I'm just going to recruit them." And basically, the other people are too late to get to the bomb. It does go off, and Regulus manages to escape in all the craziness and explosions and whatnot. Amanda tries calling up her team. They're not answering. She makes her way back down into town, and it's just a zombie horde down there. Everyone is messed up. But she does manage to see Durin, who seems to be normal from the left side. But as soon as he turns, half his body is melted off. And he's just "Help me." And so Amanda's "Well, only one way I can help him now." Puts a gun to his head, pulls the trigger. 1 week later, she's going to the Durin family home to report that, your son has died in the line of fire. He died honorably, blah, blah, blah. The mother spits on Amanda and slams the door on her for daring to report such bad news. And Amanda's "Okay, why do good people have to die? That doesn't seem like a good way to do things." And also these metahumans. Like, this is all about them. I have an idea. Let's get rid of the bad metahumans. So she goes to her boss in DC and says, like, here's the deal. I've got an idea for a new team. And he's like, oh, a new Team 7? And they're like, no, Team 7 sucked. I'm planning a Suicide Squad. Cue the guitar. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's an issue. I think that Amanda Waller has this big amount of mystery on her. I think we still haven't gotten to think of like who her family is, like who her loved ones are. We're still dealing with that. And to have an issue devoted to her past, especially when I know she's in Team 7 and we're going to get a whole backstory there, I get it. This is more so for Basilisk than I think it is Suicide Squad. This is more so to set up like, no, see, they were a threat and they've always been a threat like this whole time. See? So it's fine in that regard. I don't know. It just kind of fell flat for me. It didn't really have any sort of real like, wow, that was such an amazing revelation, or wow, I really do enjoy this character development. It was just a thing of, yeah, Amanda had some trauma, went through some more trauma, and then started the Suicide Squad. Which, okay, sure. Overall, though, I'd say it's a 7. It's okay. Like, it's not bad. It's just it's a fine book. And nothing really that great to say about it.